Hello. Um, so we're doing another add-on review because these seem to actually be getting views, and it seems like people are like this is actually helping people out. This add-on, like, literally just came out. Like, I don't even know, a couple days ago. I saw it, was like really interested in it. All my friends seemed like thought it'd be pretty cool. So we're doing spawners, as the video says, and sorry for the mess that happened over here. I did some numbers just to see how many mobs per minute the different spawners spawn, so I'll get to those numbers a little bit later. So how everything works is you have these, you make one of these, let's just do dirt since this is probably the first one you're going to make in the world. And right now, you can't do anything with it, it's just an item. But if you crouch and go up to any mob, you can collect it, and see it says mobs collected, and then if we fly over here, boom, 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 got a little effect, and now it's doing this weird glowy thing. Once it does the glowy thing, you throw it on a crafting table with some dirt or iron or whatever spawner you want, and then you get one of these. Those numbers go up a lot. Um, for instance, the dirt one is 5, the copper one is 50, the iron one is 100, the gold is, I want to say 150? Yeah, 150. So gold is 150, diamond is 250? No, just 200. And netherite is 300. So so you have 5 animals, 50 animals, 100 animals, 150 animals, 200, 300. And just like how the amount of mobs go up, the amount that they spawn also goes up. This one, let me get my notepad out. The dirt spawner spawns in 5 mobs per minute, and it has the smallest spawn radius of all of them. These red lines are something that you can just crouch, click, show border, off and on, save. The dirt and I think copper also, yeah. These only have these two on and off. But as you go on, they get some extra settings. But so the dirt one does 5 animals per minute and is in a 3x3 radius. Copper does 10 animals per minute, 7x7. Iron does 12, 7x7 as well. Gold does 18, 7x7 as well. Diamond does 30 with a 9x9. And netherite does 60 with a 11x11? Checking this. Yeah, 11x11. Um, and I'm just gonna say now, my numbers might, as you can tell by the cobwebs, trying to count 60 animals in an 11x11 space is challenging to say the least. So, with all of the numbers that I'm giving right now for like mobs per minute, take them with a bit of, because uh, I could have had some error where like I didn't break the spawner in time when the timer went off, or there was lag and the spawner wasn't working the second I put the pigs in, or like there's a lot of human and game errors that could have went on in between the like me testing with it. So don't those numbers might be a bit off. You might get 11, you might get 15, like you might get less. Who knows? Um, it is a really simplistic system, and even if you don't have the spawners yet, these capsules are really useful and easy to make. It's just 8 leather and then one, I think it's block of glass, and it works the same as the thing. You just crouch and click, and then it'll be a full capture. And these, even if you don't have the spawners, are good because if you want to just you can just constantly bring, like if I want to bring the slime to a new area, I could. If I want to bring sheep to a pen or something before I get the spawners, you can. Um, something I did notice while move. Something I did notice while playing with this is the capture pod was not working for jobbed villagers. I did not check a standard villager, which is what I'm gonna do right now. Did I grab the wrong one? No. Ah, there we go. Yeah, see, oh wait. Yeah. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know if they're going to fix that, but as of right now, you cannot have a villager farm, and the capsule will not pick up any villager. Not a unjobbed one and not a jobbed one. So hopefully they will fix that in the future, but that is something that I just noticed. Um oh, so how these works is you just go grab an animal. You need like if you want cows in like four of these, you need four of these capsules and they do not stack. They will take up one space, full and unfull. And then so once you have your entity in here that you want, you just go up to it and click it. You'll see the animal start to spin, and in a couple seconds, do the ding. There you go. This one obviously is the slowest. It's not great, but it's cheap. It's really easy. It's only 5. If you need something simple like, I don't know, again, wool, meat, pork, feathers, something simple, not a bad one. Pretty good one. Definitely the easiest to build around. Copper, they're all the same thing. Just gonna spawn a little bit quicker, gonna spawn a bit more, gonna be a bigger radius. Pretty simple. Um, Simple system, simple everything. When it comes to once you get to iron, you get this, which is a mob limit. So let's say if you're working with like a dangerous like entity like a creeper or like a pillager or like something along the lines of something that can harm you, maybe you want to turn this down to like 50. So it will only spawn 50 and then it'll shut itself off. Um Another thing that you get is redstone inputs. So you can have it so it completely ignores redstone inputs. You can put it that when, like, if you put a redstone torch next to this thing, it'll turn it on. Or if you take that torch, or if you put that torch down, it'll turn it off. So, in a better sense, if you put a lever on top of it, if you put it to turns on, when you click that lever, it'll turn it on. If you put it to turns off, it'll stay on, but then when you flip the lever, it'll turn itself off. So that the redstone and the limit goes with all of them, with this one having a 150 limit, and I'm gonna take a shot in the dark. Okay, no, 250, and I want to say 500 was this one, which is crazy. Yeah, 500. So honestly, just warning, you do need to build probably a proper thing in the world that I was like playing on to test all this stuff out like properly in survival. I never got to netherite. I got a diamond, but I didn't. I hadn't done netherite yet. Um, and the only thing I worry about with the netherite is crashing, especially if you're working with other mods. Because I have some other mods here, so I can show you another feature that it has. But it worries me a little bit about that with having 500 mobs in an area that's very small. If you're killing them, it'll probably be fine. But if you're not, I feel like Crash Central might be netherite. So sticking to diamond might be better. It's a little bit cheaper. It's a little bit everything. Um, Let me do this. Um, what was next? Uh, I think I can go to this stuff now. On the page itself, it says that you can use this for any mob, any monster, or any mob, any enemy, any boss, anything. And it also says any. I'm trying to remember the exact terms it uses. Um, Modded creatures, modded entities. It uses saying that it works with other add-ons, and it does. So if I need to get another capsule. I have 2 add-ons on right now. One being the Blasters add-on, which I honestly highly suggest. These are really fun and they're really good if you want to have like a futuristic style world. And I have the Horror Survival one that I talked about in the Morph Gauntlet one, because they both run off of needing enemies. I did not think that through. Let me. Is this really what this is doing? Can I speed this up? There we go. Excuse me? Okay, that one might not work. I did not know that. Let's try a bridge. Okay, bridge don't work either. Can I find one? Okay, this mod might just be bugging right now. I don't see any either. I don't know why the eggs are not working. This was not... Oh, damn it. Ugh. This is not how this was supposed to go. Okay, yeah. So that's not working. I don't know why that's not working. But they do work. I showed this guy off in that same video, but you can just straight up capture them and throw, if I did this right, throw it into here. It'll have just like this textureless thing in it, and as you can see, they start spawning. I would, if you do have the this add-on, obviously not a sponsor. If you do have the Horror Survival add-on, I would highly suggest this add-on because in the add-on there's a lot of armors, like a lot of them, as you can see here, like a lot of them. And the problem is that they are all these different entities that you can see spawning. Like these guys drop hay that you can use for a bow, but they drop such little amounts for it. Or he drops his face, and you can use it for an armor set. But they drop so little amount of it, and because the spawns are so like weird, and sometimes they spawn more mobs than another. Uh, this would definitely make grinding out that armor and actually having a chance of getting it in a single playthrough a lot better. And this does work with also the boss from that DLC or that add-on, uh, which I would also suggest doing because the Dracula boss is fun, but to get to it, it's a lot of work. If you have the add-on, you'll understand it. If you don't, you don't need to worry about what I'm saying right now. But I'm just showing that it does work with different add-ons, and it will spawn multiple bosses. I don't know why it's not doing it right now. Is it because he's standing on it? Hey, get off. I don't know why that's not working. That should be working. But when I was testing this earlier, it worked fine. Of course, everything has to go... Oh, because the egg died. I don't know where the egg went. Oh, did I... I don't know. I'm spending too much time focusing on nonsense. Um, so it does work. It works good. It works very well. I do enjoy this. Um, there were some minor issues. As you can see, where the red line is, I had to build one outwards because on my world, when I tried building on the red line, it would bug out and things would either spawn outside or would end up like completely just breaking the block. Like the entity would spawn and the block would be gone. I don't even understand how that would be coded right. Um, but that was a problem I was having. Another thing is uh if you are building any of these underground to like try to make like an underground spawner area, you have to be careful because these will, even if you build like a thing like this, like a fence completely around it on the edges, it will still for some reason spawn the entities in the walls if it's not a big enough enclosure. And I had a couple different times where like the entity that I was trying to get to spawn would get stuck in the wall and the loot would shoot all the way up to the surface, so I would have to actually go back up to go grab whatever the hell it was. Um there was the building. Uh so I got diamond in my world. I had a lot of netherite. I built like a big creeper farm. It works. It does work. But I have to admit, if you're doing anything that is going to be a lethal entity like creepers, spiders, skeletons, blazes, I would honestly say keep to the iron or the gold, because it might be a building problem on my side because I'm not a great builder. I like redstone and stuff a little bit more. Um, but like the diamond making the creeper farm, it took a long time, and it's still a little buggy where sometimes they'll get out and I have to go chase one down so it doesn't destroy something. Um, and I really hope that they will update, because this add-on has a lot of potential. But I just hope that they can update it where like you can have a diamond on a 3x3. Because a diamond on a 3x3 would be so perfect to do, but I there are limits on Bedrock, yeah, on Bedrock, obviously. So it might be a problem of they can't fit was it 250 entities in a 3x3 space, yeah, 250, without having the kinetic energy problem go on. If, for people who don't know, the kinetic energy problem is in the game, if you have too many entities in like a certain block radius, it will just kill all of them at once, which could honestly make probably really good farms if you think about it, but I don't know how the coding works. I'm not a coder. So I would just suggest, if you're doing anything lethal, maybe stick to the lower ones unless you're a really good builder, then do the higher ones. But I couldn't even think of doing like a whole like a falling thing to make them like one shot with the netherite one. It would seem hard. Um I think that's everything. Because I can't think of anything else, and this is a decently small mod at the yeah, sorry. Mod at the moment. So I think that is everything. I can't think of anything else. But yeah, I do highly suggest this mod, especially for people who are playing, because I know there's a lot of different add-ons that have it where you have to rely on mob drops to like get new gear, get new items, get new this and that. Plus this could also very much be useful for long-term players if you want to like build some suffocating contraption for a warden or a wither, or something like that, which I bet you could do probably pretty easily with just some obsidian. Um, but yeah, so thank you for watching. I hope this does help some people figure out if they want to get this or not. I do highly suggest it. It was very useful in my world for getting resources and like tridents and simple things like that. And yeah, I hope this helps. Have a good day.